right, we're going to do some tracking today. Wish me luck. It's been a couple days since I've played drums, so I'm actually probably not going to use any of this tracking I'm doing today, but instead just this is a kind of a warm-up. And I'm debating on tomorrow if I'm going to do lessons. It's Memorial Day tomorrow. I feel like, I should probably be not celebrating. That's the wrong way to say that, but memorializing that day. I don't know if that's the right way to say that either. Obviously, so leave a comment below if you think, is it okay to do live videos? I want to practice. I think, if we're celebrating soldiers and the freedom in our country, what do I want to do with that freedom? I want to practice and, utilize my time. So, and I've always kind of used holidays, Christmases, and everything to just practice and record. And so leave a comment below. I don't know. Should I do a live tomorrow or not? I'm up in the air. Like I said, I do like to practice. It's what I would prefer to do all the day, all the time with my time. All right, anyway, let me quit rambling. So this is going to be rough. We're just going to kind of like get back into these exercises. So these are like 4 different exercises or 3 different exercises that I've kind of been working on to help people, myself included, on Smells Like Teen Spirit. So we're going to jump into that. It's going to be slow in the beginning. I'm starting at the slow tempo, not the very slow tempo, because the very slow tempo just is probably even slow for me. So if you guys want to support us making more content like this, if you guys want sheet music, we have a great deal. $9.99 a month gets you 10 pieces of sheet music, which honestly, most places that you're buying sheet music, it's $5 a sheet. So you can save a lot of money by going through us. All right, let me just verify that this stream is running. It seems to be having some issues. We'll see if it recovers. Okay, so this exercise idea is 1E and 2E and 3E and 4N. One E and 2E and 3E and 4N. Now, like I said, it's been a couple days since I've had time to play drums, and I had to retool some equipment in the studio. I think this idea of the kick drum, like anytime I teach this to a student where I'm going, like even that was sloppy, right? 1E and 2E. It's easier to think of the kick drums as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and clearly that's not how they're written. They're E, 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 but your foot's doing the same thing. It's just rhythmically, just, I don't know. It's just an idea to like get the drums down. You can tell I've had enough sleep and I'm eloquent with my speech today. All right, let's zoom into this a little bit. So exercise 1, we'll try to do a 6-bar repeat. We don't know if that'll end up happening or not. 1E and 2E and 3E and 4N is what we're going for. One E and 2E and 3E and 4 and. So let's hear that. That's at 55. Let's just kind of get a struggle busting today, guys. I don't have a ton of time for this one today, and I quick had to get a video shot for a student, and then it's like, all right, I got 30 minutes. Let's at least do this. Otherwise, it's going to be another day, if not 2 days, until I get a chance to do this again. All right, and 3E and 4 and 1E and 2E and 1E and 2E and 3E and 4 and 1E and 2E and That's really all we're trying to do. And if I get, hopefully I have time. Yeah, I got time. I got 35 minutes. Exercise 1, exercise 2, exercise 3, and then 4 is the actual beat. And then you'll kind of see how things are getting, here, we can just move the mouse there today. You see how we're going to be putting all these things together. It kind of like lends itself to putting the whole beat together. That's what an exercise should do, point you toward your end goal. All right. Let's try this. So that tempo felt pretty good. Let's just start tracking, and we'll see how it goes. So it's 2 measures in, 1 measure out. That's kind of the way that I like to do it. That 1 measure out gives me a chance to regroup. The 2 measures in gives me a chance to just like, all right, what's this tempo going to be? All right, okay. a little sloppy. Felt the first one's better. We'll do one more. Now, this is what I like about this tracking. It gives me a chance to like really hear my mistakes, right? So often we practice. We'll practice for like 3 or 4 hours, and we either think we're accomplished or we think we suck. We really don't have evidence either way. So listening back and actually being going like, oh man, that's how I sound. This is where I'm at is probably some of the best practice and feedback you can get. Sometimes it's so painful and ugly though. So I don't think the third one was my best. Let's listen to the first one. Hopefully I have these all set up. Yeah, it looks like they all switched. Let's just verify that. Yep, okay, good. So got a little off right there. First 4 seemed fine. Let's just listen to the second one. So pretty shite. Okay, the first one's probably doable. Like I said, this today might be more of a warm-up than an actual like, all right, this is the final product. And chances are I'm going to quantize, because anytime that I do a lesson video like this, I want it to be really, really tight, only because I'd hate to have like the 16th notes be sloppy and then a student practices for an hour sloppy 16th notes. So I feel like I don't know. I'm going to say it's okay to cheat in the 6th time. Maybe it's not. Long-term goal would be there'd be no cheating. Today is not the long-term goal. All right, let's do a couple more. Feel pretty decent about that one. And I think that one sucks. Sorry, let's listen back to the one that I thought was okay. Sometimes it's okay to suck. That's what I tell myself. 2E and a 3E and it's a little leg right there. Noticing where I'm playing right now and feeling a little rushed, we're just going to do the next one. We're going to try to run through all 4 of these exercises and then redo them tomorrow or Tuesday. We'll find out. We'll find out if I want to record tomorrow or not. All right, so the next exercise idea is 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4 and sometimes you need to do this stuff as a warm-up. Like, just even running through these 4 exercises are going to get me going. And by the time I'm hot and ready, I'll have to leave. What I like about this one is to hear the 1E and a 2E, or the 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4, and to really hear that connection of those 16th notes. So then as we start speeding this up, you really get this idea, bada, bada, bada. And it happens by cultivating these at slow speeds. All right, we're just going to do a record. Wish me luck. But I need to make that last beat correct. It should be 4 and 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4 and 1E and a 2E and a... and a 2E and a 3E. So you can tell I'm pretty rough today. And that's okay. At least I'm showing up for practice. That's what I'm telling myself anyway. You guys can tell me other stuff in the comments if you want. Like quit. 1E and a 2, 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a... Shit. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4 and 1E and a... Kind of redeemed it. Let's try to get one halfway decent before we try to do a listen back. So it seems like on the last two, especially on that last one as well, just really falling off the metronome. Sometimes I lose focus. I look at the other screens, see that one of the streams is slow, but let's listen back. I mean, I could make that work. Again, chances are I'm just going to re-record these all tomorrow. This is a warm-up. Depends how picky you want to be. I'm fine with quantizing if I've done like 3 sessions, right? Like, today's knocking the rust off. Talking to myself more than anybody else. All right, so next idea. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and... Now, this is kind of how we all have to treat practice as well. Even if this... I'm going to say even if this isn't going well, it doesn't matter. It is fucking practice. I'm here to learn how to do this better. I just happen to be doing it live, you know, which... whether it be good or bad. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and... I know that by putting the time in and working on these exercises, like, it's going to change how I play this song. More importantly, it's going to change how I play every song. Like, you're going to cultivate a better understanding of how to move your leg on 16th notes and hold this rhythm better. All right. Same thing. We're just gonna record. Listen back. So this is weird because we're on the offbeat. We're never playing on the click now. It's 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and 1 and a 2 and a 3. All right, see how I do. And a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and. Now, it's very easy for me to tell, like, when I'm rushing that offbeat, right? Because it should be 1E and a 2. It shouldn't be 2. 2 should follow right after my 16th note. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and 1 and a 2 and a 3. That is not what I played, though, so I got to tighten that up. And a 4 and. Better. Let's listen. Again, the last two measures I always get a little weird at. Even right, that I was probably late. Just that offbeat. Da 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 da. 2 and 3 and 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and. Yeah. Dudes, just even practicing this over and over again is going to make you good. So, all right, we're going to do another one because that one was crap. 2 and a 3 and a 4 and. Shit, that last beat. So the big key for me is 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4 and. I just missed the 4 end because of how I was choosing to count. 1E and a 2E and a 3E. I say this to students, you need to count until you don't have to count anymore, which might sound like this, Eastern philosophy kind of bull crap. Saying, not that Eastern philosophy is bull crap. But you just have to count over and over and over again until you understand, until you feel how that beat should actually sound. And then you're like, I don't need to count anymore because I hear it. I hear it in my head. I hear the idea of what it should be. All right, let's try again. That was okay. Let's do one more. let's listen back to that one. You know, some of this for me is just concentration building. Like, stayed up a little too late, woke up a little too early, had too much caffeine, and now I'm just trying to be like, all right, I got a half an hour, 45 minutes. I want to bang this out because if I don't, again, I miss a day. I don't like missing days. More gains will happen if you're more consistent. That's dumb to even say out loud. But so even submitting to the fact that I know this is rough as I'm recording this and then I'm doing this live, I'm like, oh my guy. Like, you know, show up. Get your practice in. And a 3, and a 4, and I like that space though in the beginning, right? 2E and a 3E and a 4 and 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4 and cool. I'm more happy that than the other ones. Still probably clean it up though. It's a good warm up. It's a good warm up to getting ready to do this again. All right. So then I feel like we're baking a cake, right? Here's an ingredient. Here's an ingredient. Here's a third ingredient. Now this is the cake. It's done. It's out of the oven. This is playing the whole beat. So we got this. Now, okay. If you guys have played drums for a long time, you can skip this all. You already can probably put a lot of these pieces together. It's for people that don't have the technique. And they're like, hey, okay, well, how do I get from not playing drums to playing this beat? And I think those are the 3 or 4 steps that I would be doing to show a student, you know, like, hey, walk through this over and over again. And you will, if you can do that, if you can get these mechanics down and then go 1E and so you can hear the sloppiness, though, especially on beat 2. Something's happening with my 16th notes. Now, I'm more able to diagnose that because of the work that I've already done on this. So we got 1E and 2E. Okay, let's just see. Let's record a couple. Got like 5 minutes left of time before I have to run. If you guys have any questions about this beat, clearly I need to work on this. If you guys are working on this as well, let me know if you have questions and comments or thoughts and answers and all that good shit. And a 3E and a... So now I'm just doing that old thing where it's sloppy because it's slow. Now that's not an excuse. You should be able to play a beat slow. You should be able to play a beat fast. Let's just listen and see where we're at. So like the second measure was fine. Excuse me. You know, again, I could copy and paste that one if I wanted to, but really my ambition is to get better at this as well. One of the things that I learned from owning a teaching studio is you spend all day teaching. You don't necessarily get to spend your day practicing. My ambition the next couple of years is to spend all my time practicing. So, you know, these videos will get better. That's what I'm telling you and I'm telling myself. All right, let's do that again. Let's try to do a couple more. Let's try to get a groove done and down in the next 5 minutes. Wish me luck. Let's mute this track. Not bad. Not great. stopping because I felt like I started playing well and then thought about starting to play well, and that threw me off. You know, other than rushing that first, either the first flam, but then everything else felt good, like I was in a good groove. Like that, in my mind, you know, I'm a little bit off from the metronome, but not enough. Like you take that metronome out, actually, it's a good idea. Take that metronome out and it's going to feel like a good groove. Mostly good. I drag a little bit there. Yeah, it usually takes me a measure or two to kind of get going, get my gears running. I do love doing that, taking the metronome out and being like, okay, how does that feel? Can I sense the ebb and flow of my playing? Because that's fine to a degree. There's great bands that don't play with metronome. There's a lot of great bands that don't play with metronome. You need to cultivate that sense of metronome first, though. You can't just be like, you know, I'm so good, I don't need to play with the metronome. That's a bunch of bullshit. Play with metronome, practice over and over again, get good. Let's do one more of those. There might be something good in that one, but be good to have a backup. Actually felt like the first two measures were really nice, and then I fell apart. Ah, shit. Shit. Oh, no, okay, kept it. Sometimes Logic is buggy for me. That's great. I wasn't able to maintain that, but that's the idea that I'm looking for. So if anything, today was a really good session on knowing what I don't know, but also just like warming up to do a longer session on this. This is probably going to take me an hour and a half to actually like from point A to point B, 4 different metronome speeds, which I may not end up doing all of them. Again, the idea would be to have this as a product to hand to a student and be like, all right, these 4 exercises, here's 3 different tempos. Practice it with the video. As soon as you're comfortable practicing it with the video, here's a metronome. Play. And then play the beat over and over again. All right, guys, thanks for checking it out. If you guys want to help support us making more content like this, more videos that help you learn how to do songs, and more sheet music that's at a high quality.